Monstro, wait to make God, oh my God, wait to make God, oh my God.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Looking at Minnesota, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend.
Tá bom. Quer ganhar um boot, velho. Não ganho não, nem ferrando, velho. Daqui a pouco de Gatorade até gosto, pouco de Decorade. Gatorade gosto de fã, só. Quero na roupa, caramba. Negócio da hora, da Jordan, Monstro, Curry, da Armor. Ok. Corre, corre, corre. Naruto aí. Ah, tô bom, filho. Yeah.
Hey, right here, I got next. Hey, I'm next.
Perfil do carinha. Aí o que? Free Tattoo. Pela madrugada, né, velho? Vai ganhar o quê? Ah, que isso? Sou eu. Vai. Depois agora coisa de marca, coisa de marca. Ah, tá no inglês aí, velho. Que eu vou usar isso, meu filho. Mas na lojinha. Ah, caraca, que usa aquilo ali, mano. Sem graça total. Olha o Jordan ainda. Olha o Jordan. Okay. Tá lixo pra mim conseguir uma. Isso. O cabelo, se não me engano. Isso, NBA Store, monstro, fi.
Thanks for coming in. If you need anything, let me know.
All right, thanks, man.
Essa camiseta, velho. Acessórios. Ah, não, preciso comprar uma calça dessa, velho. Aqui, ó. Vou ver se só isso. Parece daqui. Vai debaixo da calça. Esse daqui, ó. Esse daqui, ó. Pretão. Eu tô em dúvida se eu uso. Um preto e um preto.
That looks great. Eu consigo, beleza. Moletom também monstro, ó. Aqui. Monstro, eu quero conseguir. Esse daqui, ó. 1500. Não. É, isso aqui.
Hey, this is exactly what I need. Thanks.
You're welcome. See you soon.
Jordan. Monstro. Player. Alguns jogos aí, né? Bora pro jogo. The Free Game Show.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Free Game Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Looking at Minnesota, playing above 500 in the last few weeks. Not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. The league is trying to speed up games. Timeouts down from 18 to 14. Penalties for taking too long to retake the court. Shaq, you like these changes?
I like these rules. Gives
I'm
players,
sorry, we're trying to speed things up here. That's
gives
enough.
players
How about you?
Bum. Deixa eu ver se vai usar. Se isso é preto e se é branco. Como é que eu vou ver se é preto e se é branco? Acho que agora eu vou usar um branco, certo? Aqui não, isso aqui. Acho que é preto e tem que usar preto também, né? Tá, viu? Ó, pedir no pé, monstro. Vamos, Jordan.
Make sure to pick up your official NBA program. Get player stats, find schedules, and read interviews with NBA players. Programs are located at all entrances to the stadium.
The crowd is assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well.
Monstro.
First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with a W, winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now everything is all systems go.
To keep winning, I think it's important that they avoid looking too far ahead. Just take the cliched one game at a time.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. DJ Augustine out there with Holiday, and it's Williams at the small forward. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. It can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice. Yeah. Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Holiday against Wiggins. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Trying to get open is Randall, and Davis can't get it to go.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up personal there. He made him attempt a difficult layup.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from AI. And Holiday, here we go. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I commend the physical play of Taj Gibson. He brings that every night when he's shooting. He's skilled at drawing contact.
That one misses. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Augustine kicks to Davis. Holiday, the pass to Randall. Over Gibson. And misses it off the right side of the rim for Minnesota. They've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
And so here is New Orleans following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Timberwolves leading by 7. Earlier, David Aldridge had a chance to speak with head coach Alvin Gentry. DA, what'd you find out?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively. And he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys. We're going to use it. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Now here's Payton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Clock is at 3. And again, no good by New Orleans. AI kicks to Towns. It's stolen by Davis. Holiday looking for an opening. Payton outside. With some arc, and it's good on the way in.
Good show of confidence. Payton looking good. trying his luck from the interior that time. Well, many people had some high expectations for Elfrid Payton when he was drafted 10th in 2014. His offensive game has come along nicely. He sees the floor. He scores on the inside. I don't think he'll ever be a perimeter threat. And defensively, he could be a little bit more active.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And Davis puts it in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Rose dishes to AI.
Hey,
he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Some changes for Minnesota. Corgi Dang comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Dang in for Andrew Wiggins. Here's Clark. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. On the wing, Johnson jacks up a 3. Saric grabs the board. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Dang passes to AI. And Saric kicks to Dang. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Saric, that's good.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing.
Another look on the floor for Minnesota. New Orleans making some changes here. Here's Davis, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
Just excellent recognition by Anthony Davis to sell the shot fake, gets the defense up in the air. And with Anthony Davis, you look at how young he is still. I mean, scary to think that his best games are still ahead of him. Not just this year, talking like 3 or 4 years from now. He could honestly be the best player in the league in a short time.
Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. AI is out there with Jones, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Holiday up top. He's guarded by AI. And the rejection by Towns. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Yes, that goes in. 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And with Davis's prime just ahead of him, just what do you think his ceiling might be, Brent?
I don't know. 28 and 11 the last few years. His upside seems to be nightmarish for any opposing coach. I wouldn't be surprised to see him have multiple years of 30 plus with 12 or 14 rebounds. There's simply nothing on the court that AD cannot do.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Mavericks was all business. He ended with 13 points, and he was a foul magnet. At least it seemed that way, as he did a lot of damage at the line. He performed really well, and I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
And we thank you, David. He set a great example for him in that game. He was their anchor.
And because of how good he was, he'll be the guy they lean on tonight if they're in any tough spots here.
You always appreciate guys who take that kind of role on for their basketball team. He wants to be the guy that they can count on in those big situations. And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
And that one's good. Pelicans trail by 15. Here's Holiday. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Cleveland.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Here's Davis. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to.
Well, he's a volume scorer in the post, and right now the volume's at 11. So if you're not going to run doubles at him, we'll see if you can get more of that done in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. E.J. Augustine out there with Holiday, and it's Williams at the small forward position. For New Orleans, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Nada.
Both free throws good from Randall. The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
Holiday dishes to Augustine. Elbow shot. That one's not going to go. Timberwolves go the other way with it. AI passes to Towns. Here's Wiggins, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Wiggins has got his first points of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Some changes for Minnesota. .52 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Peyton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia Sixers. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
AI passes to Towns. Good on the bucket. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Peyton finds Davis. Here's Holiday. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. And here we go. AI heading to the
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
É doido, filhão. Foi isso, mano.
Wiggins against Holiday.
Só toma. With
1 on the clock, he takes it up and lays it in. Davis has got 12.
You like the poise there from AD. He gets into some traffic, doesn't speed himself up, and ends up scoring.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scores now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Wiggins is out there with AI. And it's Dang in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Randall buries the 7-footer. Randall's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for New Orleans.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Towns with the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Pelicans shooting about 42% so far. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Payton outside. Back to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
This is what you get with AD, just an incredibly unique skill set and just dominating right now pretty easily on the offensive end.
Wiggins from outside.
Woo! Chakalaka!
Certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Holiday against Wiggins. Outside Holiday. He dishes it to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Holiday.
Nada.
And a miss there on the triple. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it's the jam.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Pass to Davis. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Here's Payton. No good again that time.
Oh, just everything right about that crossover. Just didn't have anything left there for the finish.
The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work, but the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact on the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Sharch checked in for Gibson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Wood, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Johnson comes in for Williams. Ian Clark's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Jackson in for Elfrid Payton. The Pelicans have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Johnson kicks to Davis. The pass to Jackson. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Sharch has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Carl Anthony Towns.
It came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that one's good by Clark.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Here's AI. Basket is chance for one more at the line.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game, or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Clark kicks to Jackson. Down low. Wood can't hit.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. First, congrats on the win tonight. Keeps you right in the middle of the playoff chase. Or are you even looking that far ahead? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.
Nome, história. Estamina, né? Com a estamina, 3 pontos. De range, 3 e pouco. $9.000. Não, vou comprar. Taxa de 100 de ouro é 1.300 e pouco, tá.
Let me guess. Press conference?
You know it. You ready?
Yeah, I think so. Just a second.
Big win for you guys tonight. Do you feel like you can even learn anything in a game where the score is so lopsided?
Pouco, Nome, drop Gatorade.
Learn anything? Man, I don't know. All I can tell you.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.